What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about cards that you should buy before it's too late. And of course, let's start off with Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Now, more specifically, the Ultimate Rare. It's about 45 bucks or more for a near mint copy. And the reason being is because of a deck called Raziel in the OCG. It's the best XYZ strategy currently out there, and it's coming to the TCG in December in Crossover Breakers. Now, personally, this card is not a card that will go all the way up in price in terms of all the rarities that it currently has. But if you want a nice, foil copy, second to the Ultimate Rare, I would say go ahead and grab that Duelist Saga Ultra Rare, because that specific Ultra Rare is a different Ultra Rare than the rest of them. How many times have I said Ultra Rare so far? But anyway, personally, I would go ahead and grab that. I think when the set rolls around, the listings will go down, the price will go up. So, heed my warning now before it's too late. But personally, go ahead and grab that. If not, just grab a rare from Grand Creators and you're good. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the 25th Anniversary Tin Dueling Mirrors. Now, before we start this, I want to say that I'm currently trying to get over a cold right now, so bear with me as we go through this. Let's start off with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? I think that this card will go down in price, but it's currently leading the set. Well, actually, it's probably the second or third card, because of course we have SP Lunanite. But I love the art of this because I'm personally a Star Deck Kaiba version over the, of course, LOB version. But that's just me. I think that this card will go down in price, but it's a nice copy to have with that 25th anniversary stamp. Now, SP Lunanite, you guys already know that card is a necessary card in any extra deck, one or two, of course, copies. But personally, I think the price will most likely stay stable for now. We'll see if it goes down later on. Same thing with Thrust. Thrust is great because you can have one copy of it, two, or even three. You don't necessarily need three, but it depends on what your strategy calls for. It's perfect because, hey, it's the cheapest copy out there unless you want to get the Ultimate Rare, which is a little higher up. But it's good that at least players have access to this copy now. Same thing with like Bonfire. If you are playing a fire strategy, it's great to have access to this card. I think even if you may not be playing one now, grab 3 copies of this because, hey, it will go up eventually, and who knows what you're going to be playing in the future, right? Yu-Gi-Oh players who play like 3 or 4 decks at the same time. Next up is Mseti. I think that you should grab these now because personally you can grab them and then worry about the rest of the engine, the core, later on. 22 bucks is not a bad price for this card. Personally, remember how this card was like 70, 80 bucks a single copy. So kind of just think back and be like, all right, let me just grab them now, put this aside. We'll see what happens later on. I like both of the Dark Magician artworks. I prefer the OG more. Let me know what you guys think, of course, but I'm more of an OG than the Ultar, but Ultar looks nice. And then you have to love Slifer just like throwing up the Raigeki out of its mouth. Insane. The listings were at 8, now they're at 22. Not a bad price for a card that, you'll at least have access to and can see it in a deck that you're going to be playing later on in the format. Chaos Angel is great at this price. It's insane. If you're playing something like Elledge, grab 2 or 3 copies of this because you can easily make this with the cards you currently have access to. And then same thing with Typhon, about 14 bucks, and the rarity is upgraded. Come on, you can't miss out on this card. You definitely need this card if you are playing any strategy and you're back into a corner. This card can help you change the game up. And then finally, guys, I just want to talk about the Grand Zeno is at a great price. If Dinos ever make a comeback, I think that this card will definitely go up in price. The Ultra Rare was about, what, $30 for a long time, and the deck wasn't even seeing like the top tables of meta. So that's something that you kind of want to pick up if you don't already have. And then finally, we have Trident Dragion. Come on, you guys already know the means. The $80 Ultra Rare, right? So if you are playing the Tenpai strategy, go ahead and pick up this card for about 10 bucks. Let's go on to the next little bit of topic, and that is, of course, Rage of the Abyss. Now, that is coming out October 11th. So I just want to kind of do a little touch-up, and I'll do more of a touch-up next week, too, about cards that you should be picking up before the set releases. Starting off with Totally Awesome, right? Shark Support. Toads. They mix. You guys have to pick this up. Hey, only 4 printings. I don't know if it's getting another printing in maybe the Bonanza set, right? We don't know. So it's kind of good to go ahead and grab a maximum gold copy, a rare, and then you're good to go. Why not? Just grab at least 2 copies. 3, but 2, perfect ratio, I think, personally. And then you can also grab the Xyc Armor Fortress that came out from Age of Overlord. And if you guys don't know, it didn't receive a reprint in the tins. And this is something that, you know, it's a rank up package that you can play in multiple decks. So personally, I would go ahead and grab it. This card could easily be $5 or $6. Why even deal with that when you can get this card for about $1 while it is now, right? Go ahead and pick this card up. Next up, we do have, of course, the Millennium deck, and they are getting it looks like a Blue Eyes support card, but it's really a Millennium card. You can go ahead and add the Ankh from your deck to hand, plus it has a really cool graveyard effect if your monsters are messed with. So I would personally go ahead and just pick up the engine. It's very, very cheap. Come on, the Ankh is about $4 or $5, right? I don't think people expected this deck to do much, but once the support hits, trust me, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be really crazy. So go ahead and pick these cards up now before it's too late. And then going on to Mimig, because there are about, I think, 5 or 6 Mimig new support cards. They're getting a Link monster too. Or no, I think it's an XYZ monster. That's insane. That's insane. I think after the support comes out, people are going to be like, wait, Mimig? I should have picked this deck up a long time ago. And at that point, Dungeon will be like $20, Master will be like $8. Like all these like super rares, like trust me, like you guys want to jump on the train now, not when like the hype train just starts. You know what I mean? Next up, though, we do have Stardust Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, and Ancient Fairy Dragon. And the reason we're talking about this is because, of course, with the new tins, we got Blackwing Dragon. We have, of course, Red Dragon Archfiend, and we're just missing that Power Tool Dragon in the Core Central Secret rarity. Now, same thing with the Yugioh, right? With the head. That card's gonna go up in price because that came out last year in the tins. Now, if you want to create, you know, the whole collection, then you need the head, you need the legs, you need the arms. That card is gonna go up in price if it hasn't already. Same thing with the Stardust Dragon, like the Cider Dragon in Core Central Secret, right? So personally, I think that you should pick these older copies up now before, you know, people realize, wow, it's actually been a while since this actually came out. Plus, it's great, you know, for Edison and other just kind of just like collection, you know, goals too. So personally, I think it's about time, especially the Black Rose Dragon. I think that will do better over the Stardust Dragon long term, just because of how great it is in Edison. But of course, let me know what you guys think down below. Now, of course, the Ancient Fairy Dragon was always at a good price. It was about 20 for a long time, then kind of went down to about $14. But hey, I personally think that this card will go further up in price if you guys tend to wait on this. And then finally, we do have Heatwave, a card that I don't know if you guys remember, or maybe just it's been a while, but this card is crazy what it does. It prevents you and your opponent from normal summoning or even special summoning too. So I don't know if this card is getting a reprint. It's such an old card. The only like newest rarity was what in Speed Duels as a common, and people were going to like Walmart and just trying to find that structure deck so they can actually get access to this, which is very smart. Wish I did it, but I couldn't find a structure deck, unfortunately. But anyway, I think that it's time that you guys do pick up 2 to 3 copies of this card so you have access to it for the new format, because again, it's very important for what it does. But guys, if you liked the video, make sure you give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts on the video, of course. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. All right, guys, hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.